Hi, everybody. I'm live. Let's see. Let me start by turning off my IM notifications. Um, how are you guys doing today? Thank you for joining me. Welcome to Beginner Hula. Let's see. We're working on ieikawai right now. This is week 5. We are going to do the ʻaina verse today. So I hope you're excited about that. I know I am. I want to give a little update. Okay, notifications off. Want to give a little update. Next week we are going to yay! Gloria's here from Costa Rica. Woo! All around the world. Next week we're going to starting with the Monday class or Tuesday if you're in New Zealand. It's Tuesday for us. Today's Thursday for me, but it's Wednesday for most of you. We're going to be moving over to the Vimeo system. It's going to be off of YouTube onto the Vimeo Live. So I will post the link like I always do, and we'll figure it out as we go. From what I understand, there's not a chat function yet, but I'm going to see if there's a workaround where we can still talk, because that is like my favorite part of class is people commenting in the chat box and us having that discussion. I'm really used to a more interactive class. So me just like being in a room, feeling like I'm by myself talking at a computer is very weird for me. So I really like it when people can ask questions and bring stuff up and add information and all this stuff. Like it adds so much to the class. So I'm going to see if I can come up with like something we can also have on the side. I don't know, but we're going to start with Vimeo on the next intermediate class, which is this coming Monday. All right. And what that's going to do for us too is it's going to give us more music freedom. Right now I'm kind of tied to the same tracks every week, which is normal for my stretching and warm up. I always use the same songs, but usually I like to mix it up a lot for our drills. And I can't really do that because I don't want to get kicked off. So I just use the same music every week because I know that those won't shut our live feed down. So yeah, so I will post more info about that, and I'll post the link and we'll troubleshoot as we go. The next thing I want to say is, we're going to stay on ʻaikawai and inakini in the intermediate class. Brendo, he's not supposed to be in here. We're going to, don't bug Lincoln. We're going to stay on these for the next couple weeks because I'm going to be moving out of this apartment. I'm moving into a new house. And so I want to make sure that I have everything set, internet switched over, the new setup, whatever it's going to be. I need to make sure that's all figured out. So I'll keep you posted, but I don't want to start new choreography if there's going to be a known like interruption that week. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, okay, let's get started. Enough of my blabbing. Let's start with our warm-up and stretch. A normal warm-up, as always, big ummies. Make those big circles. Really try to pay attention. Focus on your body and how your hips are. What shape is your ummy? Like your ummy, you want it to be a really nice round circle, right? Is it kind of an oval shape? Do you have parts on your, like in all of those, in that, you know, your hips and your connecting to your legs, all that stuff. There's so many different joints and tendons and ligaments and all this stuff in there. And sometimes they're kind of all doing different things. And so we need to figure out what are our trouble spots, what are the places that we can gently massage to relax open so that we can have a rounder, bigger ummy and more control. I also want you to focus on the muscles above your hips. You should be flexing those muscles. I like to say like a wave in a stadium. Every time, wherever you are in your ummy, wherever that spot is, the muscles above your hips should be flexing. So whether it's in front and you're flexing your abs, or on the sides where you're crunching in that side crunch, or in back where you're safely flexing those muscles in back to keep your lower back protected, but also to push your ummy in the back, you should be using those muscles to make it bigger and keep that big control. So I really want you to try to focus and pay attention as you gently warm up. Then we'll stretch, then we'll get into our regular ʻaʻalewa drill. Brando, I should be kicking you out. I shouldn't be encouraging you. Yet here you are. Lincoln is sleeping like a little angel right now, and if Brando wakes him up to take his bed, I'm going to be mad. Not that mad. Just a little bit mad. All right, here we go. The ummies. Here we go. Follow my tempo. Elbows up. Back. 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, other way. 4, 1, 2, and let's switch double time. Move my elbows up. 1, 2, 1, 2. Just up the body still. 1, 2. Feel the muscles above your hips. Clench them all the way around. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Stop going. And switch. Back. 1, 2, 1, 2. Make sure using your knees, getting nice and low. 2, 2, switch. Back. 2, 2, 2. Apart, little less. Back. 1, 2. Keep going and keep flexing your muscles, stretching all the way around. Switch. Going back, front. Good tempo. Good switch. Let's do 4 then turn. 1, 2, 3. Now 4, please. Step. 1, 2. Switch. Same thing on this side. 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And please turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. 2 up, 2 down. Look at 1, 2, and drop. 1, 2, and up. 1, 2, and drop. And switch. Back. 1, 2, and drop. 1, 2, and up. 2, good. Again. Switch. Keep going, bend low. Keep your feet flat on the floor when you drop into the floor position. Make sure you're not bending forward either. Make sure you're not going like this. Keep that spine in the spine. Drop. One more set. Good. Let's bend up a little bit. Reach up. Stretch feet out. Follow me, but modify these stretches however you need to so you get the nice stretch. Up on your toes, reach up. Up. Good. Up and down into squats. Reach up. Good, reach up, hold here. And down, hold here. Good, up and over. And hold over to the side. You can drop those heels so you are stretching that calf back there.
Now when I wake up and see the morning sunshine, paint a picture of perfection. It feels so sublime. I wanna hold your body close and feel your skin next to mine. Oh, I can feel
front, and I'm gonna lunge all the way down. I'm stretching the inside of my outstretched legs, so however you want to get that stretch.
That's so divine. You got me like in my that's so divine.
And turn, balance your heel, and then pull it close towards you. Now I'm stretching the back of this leg, so I really want to get that stretch. Alright, back up to the center.
We take a joyride. I'ma go on the east side. I take you to a place where the sun shines, where you can stand the storm and you realize it's heavily heating up down in the valley. My P.O. yes, it is the bomb. My native people living happy. The fuss, confusion, and a word. Need no money if I live in this free. Lucky you live back in the market. I live in a yet and yet you must see. You love it, what do you valley? The most spectacular and the scenery. Everywhere you look, a beautiful greenery. From crop and down to crop and see. Cause I must let you come follow me. Follow me, follow me, follow me.
All right, Benjamin, roll up. Good. All right, let's do aloha. Hi, Bob. Oh, Barbie, you're in ʻaina. Nice. Yes, Lincoln knows he's the best, isn't he? All right, let's do our aloha drill. Remember, your feet should be super straight. I can't find that article that I was mentioning last week about why it's so important. But there's a bunch of other information out there if you Google it about why having that your ankle position, which is shooting straight down from your pelvis, is really helpful for your pelvic floor, really healthy for you. So that's where we want to set our home base. Super straight feet are straight down. And also I think in this position, it helps you feel really grounded and rooted. I want you to feel really balanced while you're dancing. I don't want you to feel like you're having to kind of teeter-totter all over the place. The goal here is we develop these ways of steadying our balance and increasing our range of motion so we can push our weight around in a way that makes us stay feeling really rooted to the ground. So feet a little less than shoulder width apart, very straight. Okay, we're gonna do our ha'aleva, pushing right and left. You're gonna mirror me. And when our hands come out, remember that they're here. Be careful not to hyperextend your arm like this. Put that little bend in your elbow so that your arm does get that kind of true straightness there as opposed to that. And then keep your fingers together, thumbs alongside your hand like this. And even if I stop to remind you of tips, I want you to keep going through this whole thing. So here we go. And take it away, Kekuhi. right, here we go. And I'm up and I step. And kaholo, push, right? A lot of people also call this kaholo. It's not like this time. Up. And stretch. And keep going, right and left, right and left. What we're doing with our arms, with our hands, is simple, stretching, relaxing down, stretching, relaxing down. Don't complicate it. Don't make it, not this. We don't want to take the fingertips out of it. It's the center of your hand here. Like this. We're just warming up our hands, stretching, relaxing. Stretching, relaxing. Stretch, relax. Yes, Alma made it. Nice, no kidding. Stretching, relaxing. Stretching, relaxing. Stretching. Good. Keep your elbows nice and high. If you're dropping down here, push them up. Shoulder, mind your shoulders. Just that small range of motion. We're focused on the hands. Good. Keep going. Keep your heart rhythm going. Right, left, right, left. You're stretching up on the right, down on the left. Stretch, relax. Stretch, relax. Keep going, push. Keep going, let's go. Elbows up. Make sure your thumb is along your hand. It's not sticking out like this. Right here, like that. Go. Stretching, relaxing. Stretch, relax. Elbow up. Stretch, relax. Right, left. Stretch, relax. Stretch. Okay, ready? We're going to ʻiwa. We're going to go forward. Here we go. And right. Mihope, go back. And right. Right. Left. Good. We're going to stop here. Keep going. So we're going to stop our howling. Make sure your feet are back flat on the floor. Keep going. Good job. Good. All right, next we're going to, let's do arms. That's right. I told you we're going to do arms a lot. This arm drill, we're going to do our, let's do our bird one since we're doing ieikawai. So what you're doing here, just to break it down again, our hands are coming up here and out and then up again and then down 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And when you're here, I want to make sure that, see how my arms are in line with my shoulders? Don't cut it short. Don't be here because you're tired. I know you're tired, but get all the way up here and up. And when I hit up here, the back of my hands kind of touch lightly just to make sure I'm getting that full range of motion. I want you to keep going through the whole song, okay? Challenge yourself. Listen to your shoulders. Make sure this is a healthy challenge for you. But if it is a healthy challenge, I want you to get through this whole song. Remember, we got to build that strength and endurance in our shoulders so we can hold our elbows up, through 5-hour-long workshops or whatever, or 3-hour-long. There's another set of workshops coming from Hula and Kumu Kawi Deliri, which I want to tell you about at the end of this. And let's get our shoulders ready for Kumu Malia Lobenstein Carter. Here we go. Wait, that's not the right song. That's called Ieikawai, which is the other one. Tatamamaohi. Remember, what do we do when it hurts? We smile. And what do we do when it really hurts? We sing. If you sing, you can put the pain on your face. If you're in pain because your shoulders are tired, but you're singing, it just looks like you're so feeling the song, right? So go for it. Here we go, ready? Hear me, I'm gonna come over. And let's just start with the arms. 1, 2, 5, 6. Roll the shoulders. Kaholo. Come on. I'm going for it today. I'm like, whoa, down. Don't be Come on, keep going. Ooh, they're getting heavy. Come on, keep it looking pretty. Take it with your Kaholo. Jump this, come on. Ooh, good job. Good job. Roll those shoulders. Roll those shoulders out. All right. I was thinking about 125. Okay. So I want to talk about our kahelo today. I know that with this is the beginner class, so I know we have a lot more experienced dancers, but I want for our beginners to make sure that we've got this kind of breakdown of this move. This is one of the basic steps. I think the 5 basic steps in hula are considered your kaholo, your ha'alawa or your ka'o, your kahela, your ami, and your uwehe. I think that's what Kumu Manu Boyd said were the main 5. And then from there, all the other steps that we do are pretty much, they're kind of versions of those. So your kahela is really helpful because when you work on it a lot, it can really build a lot of strength in your legs. So let's break down some of the like basics of it. You know what I'm talking about. We're going to break down all the different elements of it. And in the process, when you focus on those different elements, it's going to help you in your muscle memory with all your other hula moves also. So your kahela is obviously, or hela, is your point out right and left. So when we point our toe out right and left. And whatever your foot position is, again, I like to teach a little less than shoulder width apart, super straight feet. What you're doing is pushing your foot out from its position there. So you're pushing it that straight out. Oops, hold on. Phone's ringing. Sorry, I'll call you back. We push our foot straight out, and then what happens is the toe is going to point 45 degrees, but the foot is not kicking out 45 degrees. So we're here, we're not kicking out 45 degrees like this. We are just turning the toe 45 degrees, but kicking straight out from where we are. So that's one side, and that's the other, right? Now, as you can see, when I'm doing this, what's happening is I'm shifting my weight from foot to foot, right? I'm having to move my upper body. We don't want that. We want to remove the excess motion. We want our upper body to be able to move independently from our lower body. So the way to do that is by shifting our weight using our hips. So we can, what's the word when you balance the weight using something else? I don't know. I can't remember, but that's what we're doing. Is like what we're doing here is instead of me having to go like this, I want my hips to go like this. So that is me being able to, I'm able to push enough weight using my hips. Counterbalance. Thank you, Zayla. I was like, where's Zayla, our aerospace engineer? Where's our scientist? So we're counterbalancing the weight with using our hips instead of our upper body. So you can go like this. Obviously, the most important thing to be able to do that is to bend your knees. Because if you're standing up here like this, you won't be able to push your hips out far enough in order for you to counter enough of the weights. So if you bend nice and low, suddenly you've got a lot more range of motion to work with by pulling that knee back, right? Pulling this knee back without ever straightening it. That's what we're doing here. So I can push side to side, counterbalancing with the weight in my hips, and I can keep my upper body nice and still. It's really can be tricky because even if your body's just doing it a tiny bit, it can be hard to tell that you're doing it, right? It's really hard for me to tell that I'm actually swaying back and forth. So I encourage you to record yourself if you can and check for those kinds of things just to challenge yourself a little bit more. Another thing I like to encourage is that when we do our kaholo position, are you gonna kaholo with me, Brando? He's in one of his pay attention to me moods today. If I'm gonna be here at this position for my kaholo, like this, when I go into my kahela, I want to go into a lower, I drop down. And this is my base level for my kahela, and my kaholo might be here. Again, notice that going into my kahela, I drop down into a lower position. Again, that just gives us more of that range of motion, and I think it looks nice. So we're gonna do a drill using our kahela to practice it, to drill it, to get it into our muscle memory. If you are a more experienced hula dancer, I want you to focus on your level. I really want you to get down low and really work those quads, get down lower here. Give yourself different positions and try and challenge. Build those muscles in your legs. The last thing I want to say too is, oh boy, we just have the whole family. Brutus isn't in here. It's because he can't fit through the baby gate. So he's stuck out there. Anyway, when you're doing this, the other thing I want to say is a great thing about a lot of these moves is your range of motion, your flexibility will help build on itself when you practice dancing. Because like every time I kahela, I can feel a little nice, comfortable stretch on each side of my hips here. So as you keep practicing and keep dancing with more muscles, you're encouraging the lengthening of those hips. There's nothing. Oh, goodness, it's one of those days. Anyway, I think that's our signal. We need to get dancing. So here, let's get some music going. I'm sorry, kitty. All right, here we go. All right. Keep it nice and low. And let's go slow first. Right. Left. Right. Left. Okay, let's go double time. Here we go. Right. Left. Right. Left. Hold still. Keep going. Half time. I think it's right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right with your hands, double time. And go. Right. Left. Ready? Half time. Left hand down, right. Left. Let's move on. Be open. Right. Step back. Right. Let's go double tap and we'll imo and imo with it. Right. Imo. Right. Left. Hold here. Be open. Good. Back to half time. Right. Left. Right. And we're going to have the hands. So we'll go here. Out. Right. Out. Left. And right. Left. Again. Right. Left. Right. Left. Again. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Good, mama. Good. We did that because that's in our song, in the verse we're going to do today. And it can be a little bit tricky when your feet are going back and forth, but your hands are not going with your feet. When you're doing two on each side, then it can be kind of tricky. And sometimes you don't know why. It's hard to... Brand? What are you doing? Well, I guess it's not being... Okay. Ali'i and Lincoln would be friends. Okay. Let's get to, we're going to talk about just a couple quick things today. I'm on a little bit of a time crunch today, so I can't go too long, but we are going to get through our last verse of ieikawai. So I just want to touch on just a couple of things. First of all, if you want to open the lyrics to ieikawai, the link is in that Google Drive link that's in the chat box. So you can open that up. All right. Oh, and then the first thing I want to talk about too is I want to say a big ʻoli now to our queen, Liliuokalani. Yeah, let's see, need to focus on keeping. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ziola brings up a great thing, and this is me too, and this is especially true when you practice your uehes. For me, is like when I bring my feet back. When you bring your feet back, they start to go like this, and that is totally normal. All of these things are things that we've, you know, even though they're like a really healthy way of moving our bodies around, it doesn't mean our bodies are used to doing that, and so we still have to train it in to our bodies to be healthy like that. So it's just a matter of like putting some attention on it. And but yeah, I really struggle with that with my when I do my uehe, my feet start to go like this, and I've been trying to correct that for a while, but I just need to focus on it more. So good. Yeah, it's good to like think about those things and think about where's your body at, maybe set some goals and all that stuff. So good for you. So I want to give a big ha'oliloha now to our Queen Liliuokalani today. She was born in, what year was she born? What year was it? I can't remember exactly, but let's see. She was born 1838. On this day in 1838, Queen Liliuokalani was born. She became our last queen, our last reigning monarch on the islands of Hawaii, reigning over the Hawaiian kingdom. And she ruled from, I think, 1891 to the overthrow was 1893. Yeah, she ruled from January 1891 to January 1893. She had taken over rule after her brother was King David Kalakaua, the Merry Monarch, and he ruled before her. And when he passed away, she was his successor, and he had been elected, but he named a successor, which was how the Constitution worked at the time. And she was a really incredible lady. I don't have a lot of time to talk all about her, but she's really incredible. And through the kind of grace and dignity that she was such a role model. She was brilliant and really a prolific poet and songwriter, and just incredibly smart. Could speak multiple languages. First woman to be published, to have a published book, and that was her autobiography, Hawaii's Story by Hawaii's Queen. And the way that she stood for her people at this really incredibly important intersection of kind of the old ways of doing things, of ancient Hawaii, as Hawaii was evolving into something new, and the way that our rulers at the time were trying to hold on to our country and trying to keep the future alive for the Kingdom of Hawaii, and the way that the kind of 3D chess they were trying to play to try to keep that going was pretty incredible. And so I learned a lot from looking at the ways that I am inspired a lot by the ways that she handled adversity and the way that she approached problems that were facing her or facing problems that were facing the Native Hawaiian people, because she just handled it with such a trying to learn from the past, and also embrace the presence and the embrace the present and the future in a way that really kept Hawaii moving forward and staying kind of modern. Really impressive. I'm babbling. I clearly don't have notes. I'm just talking. I think she's amazing. I think if you don't know a lot about her, you got to do some Googling today on her birthday of all days. Read her book. We're going to do a book club soon. I'm still working that out, but we'll figure that out. I should have figured it out so I could announce everything today. Whatever. Anyway, all right. Happy birthday, Queen Liliuokalani, and mahalo nui loa for being such an inspiration, such an incredible person. All right, let's get to our song, La ieikawai. We're doing our last verse today, ʻaina, the ʻaina verse. So if you look at our lyrics, you'll see that it says, ʻaina ia mai yana kapuana, or ʻaina ia mai kapuana, o kawaia ala lehua o paliuli. So when we look at this, of course, we've talked about this before, that haina ia mai ana kapuna, and the way that, my favorite way of translating that, which is, this is the echo of my song. This is what my song is about. This is what I want to impress upon you, what I want to leave you with. And it's about the subject of the song, right? La ieikawai, or as she's referred to in like a romantic sense, kawai a ala lehuo paliuli. So what does that mean? Kawai a ala lehuo paliuli. Like how does that come about? If you break apart the words, with Hawaiian names, we Hawaiian names that are multiple words, we just string the words together, right? But if you break those apart, you can tell what it means. Now you have to be careful about this because you don't want to assume you understand the meaning of someone. You never want to assume you understand the meaning of someone's name. A lot of times when somebody is given a name, that's a really special thing that is given to them, and so it's much better to ask, or because you also, if the letters are all strung together, depending on how you break apart the letters, then those aren't you might be forming different words than was the actual original intent. So don't assume you can tell what somebody's name means just by reading it and using your own kind of vocabulary or whatever to guess. Much better to ask them, because there can be additional layers to the meanings and things like that, right? So if we look at this, let's break this name apart. So we're saying kawai a ala lehua o paliuli. So if we look at that, we know vai means water, right? And then ka is an article like the. So if we say kawai, then we're saying the water. Hewai would be a water. Nawai would be the waters, plural, right? What else could we say? We could say ko'uwai, which would be my water, right? Or if I said kowai, then that would be your water. Or if I said kona vai, then that would be his, her, or its water, right? So in this case, we say kawai, so that's the water. Kawai. A'ala. A'ala is this like something that smells good, perfumed, right? So it's like the perfumed water. Kawai a'ala lehua. Of course, we know what a lehua is, right? Lehua is our beautiful here. This is beautiful flowers. The lehua is really, really important for a lot of reasons, but and especially in the Big Island on the Big Island, because one of the notable things about the ohia lehua, which is the tree the lehua grows on, is that it's the first tree that can start to grow in lava rock. So being that it's this hardwood tree that can grow in lava rock, you can really see what an important agent of change that becomes for those landscapes in order to start the process of that lava rock breaking down into soil that can grow other things. So the lehua, the ohia lehua, is one of the first trees you start seeing that's growing in lava rock. So the perfumed water, it's like the water that's the water that's scented it's like lehua perfume, right? Right? The water that's scented with the lehua of paliuli. So this water that's scented with the lehua of paliuli. That's like a kind of a romantic name for la ieikawai. All right, so that's our verse today. Haina ia mai kapuana o kawai a ala lehua o paliuli. And then again, we have the same thing. O kanani helue kahi o paliuli. I didn't need to sing that, but I did anyway. So that's going to be the last verse of our song. All right, so we'll go through those last verse, and then next week we will kind of add it in with the other verses, because I think we've definitely got time to walk through this, and then we'll be done for this week. Okay, so we're going to start with the move that we just did in our drill, where we're going from the mouth here, not like this. Now, what I like is that when your hand is down here, that you're pinching. But what I want you to be careful about is that you're pinching here, but you're not weak wristed. You're not like, your wrist isn't going like this, right? So if you're here like that, you can see how that looks as opposed to like this, gathering and holding here like that. So make sure that I want you to feel really regal while you're dancing this song. Okay, so we're gonna kahalo, 4 kahalo, right, left, and the hand is coming out here, right, left, right, left. It's going from your mouth and out. Okay, and again, just a reminder, like we've said before in this class, your ʻaina is really, when you have a move like this, it's your opportunity to connect with your audience. You know, when you're like you're trying to impress upon them, like this is the point of my story. This is the echo of my song. This is what I want you to take away from this. You want to really connect with them so that they feel your attention, and it sort of it gives them that impression that like, this is like the most important part of what we're talking about here. So we're gonna go right, left, right, left. Now we have ʻeo, right? So we're gonna kaholo right and then left. And what the hands are gonna do is they're gonna come, you're gonna pull in like this, pull in here and come to your mouth. And make sure your elbows stay up nice and high. So you want to make sure if you're telling your elbows to come out like this as opposed to coming in, because a lot of times the elbows will just fill in the blanks for you if they don't know where else to go. You'll go like this. We want them out here like that. So we're here on our kaholo, right, left, right. And then we're going to push out, out. On the left, right, left. And my hand is going up like this. It's facing out here like this. So it's like your ʻeo. Are you here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pull in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's do that. We're going to kahalo again, and then we're going to kaholo. Ready? 5, 6, 7, ʻaina. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, kaholo. 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Yeah. All right. Next, we are going to, okay, now we have ʻeo o kawaia ala lehua o paliuli. So we're going to, hands are up here like this. We're going to keep our kaholo going, nice and simple. Your hands are facing out. We're going to drop the right hand down, and then we're going to switch right and left. So again, we're representing la ieikawai here. So this is like another bird motion, because remember, her story is really tied in with the birds. They support her, they assist her. She sleeps on them, she rides around on them. She needs those birds all around, right? So we're going to kind of remind ourselves that with la ieikawai comes these birds. So again, hands are here. We're going to drop. This right hand goes down and switch. Left hand goes down, and then it's going to turn all the way to open like this. Okay, so this hand is coming down. When it comes down here like that, it's forming this all the way and then flip and open to 45 degrees. And then this hand, once it gets up there, once it's here, then it's facing, it just came up like this. And see how I'm kind of leading with my elbow here, like that? Again, I'm turning my arm from the back of my arm, leading with the back of my arm all the way up. And see how it's facing out? And then it's going to flip in when I open like this. Okay. All right. You bored now? Oh, the kitty bed's open. You can have it. Okay. All right. So let's go back to, we just finished AO up here. Right arm goes down. 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's the timing. Oh, kawaya, aloha, palu. I think it goes, actually, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's the timing. So you've got more time to get down here. So we're not like, right? All right. So let's count it out that way. All right, let's go back to, we're here again. Let's kaholo with this. Ready? 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5. It is on 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, because it has to match your kaholo. Sorry. Anyway, that makes the counting easier anyway, so not that sorry. Just kidding. All right, hands are pointed out. Ready? Aiha'a. 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? You can help out your left arm here by, as this arm is traveling down, so your hands are here, they're not up by your ear, they're kind of out, right? So you can just sort of pull, see I'm pulling my left arm back towards my ear. That gives your left arm something to do and something to kind of, a way to gracefully position itself where it needs to be, while at the same time kind of keeping the focus here. Now, I'm just saying, whenever you have an arm that's active and an arm that's not, this is true of your feet too, you have to make sure you keep an eye on whatever arm is not active, because your body will do some weird things with it. It might drop it. It might, your body will fill in the blanks on motion there if you don't give it, if you don't tell it what the motion is supposed to be. So we're here, pull it back like this, and then 5, and then 3, 4, open 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, here we go again. 5, 6, 7, kaholo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, that was a little goofy. Let's go back to the starting with the ʻaina, the first part of this verse. Ready? 5, 6, 7, ʻaina. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. 5, 6, 7, kaholo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, now we have ʻokanani. So what you're going to do here is you're going, here, go. He can squeeze in, but he can't squeeze out. It's the same bars. I don't understand. Anyway, so let's go back to, okay, we just finished. And then we're going to again do our ha'alava upright, drop left, and we're going to step back on the right foot, so we turn 45 degrees. Up, down. Okay, it's nice and simple. Don't overthink it. Step up, drop down. And then when you do that, your hands are here. You're going to pull, just like we've been pulling from up. This time we're going to pull from out. Here, ʻokanani. But this hand is still going to turn. So this hand is in here. We're here. Pulling. ʻokanani. That's why we're turning diagonal, so you can still see your lovely faces. Here, hand is in, hand is up. Grab, turn, down. That's with your ha'alava. Yeah. Left arm feels wonky. Yeah, so is mine. My shoulders feel wonky after that drill. Okay. All right, so again, we're out. Let's step. Remember, this is with the up and down here, this aloha. So we're here. We step back, up, drop, down, and then here, right, kaholo, left, right, and left, right, left, huli, right, left, right, and left, right, left. Now, I was going through that kind of fast because if you've seen this before, you know that that's what we're doing in every verse. But if you're new to this, then let me break that part down for you really quick. So we just did our halava up, drop down. I'm just kind of turning in on this kaholo, right, left, right, to give my one Liliuokalani, number one, right? So turning in, right, left, right. Now this hand's going to circle around. I'm going to drop this, drop my left hand, gather the skirt, left, right, left. Now we kaholo huli, right, left, right, tap all the way around, and right, left, right, tap, left, right, left. So on that huli, what I'm doing here is my hand is starting out to the side, but as I turn, my right hand is going to end 45 degrees. So when I turn, my right hand is staying out and then stopping 45 degrees. This hand is going from my gathering my skirt to rolling out like this, and I'm trying to hide that roll in the turn. So as I turn like this, I'm going here, right, left, right. So that's when it's coming out there. So again, walk it from we just did this, our ha'alava here, 5, 6, 7, go. Liliuokalani, opali uli e. 2, 3. And drift up with the right hand. Okay? Good. Now let's walk it from the very beginning of this verse. And ʻaina. 5, 6, 7, go. ʻaina ia mai ana kapuana eo kaholo. Here and up. 5, 6, 7. ʻaikawai. ʻaikawai ala lehua o paliuli. Step back. Up. ʻokanani. Kaholo. Liliuokalani. O paliuli huli e. Out and drift up. Yeah? And then we repeat that verse. Ooh. All right, let's do this with music a few times and then I gotta go. Sorry. This song so much. All right, here we go. Ready? ʻaina. And Kaholo, breathe in. And up. Step back. Kaholo. And ʻaina. Let's dip here. Let's do it again. We'll do the ending next week. The ending's kind of epic. Hanaho. Let's start from here, which is where we're finishing that verse into the ʻaina. Ready? Here we go. ʻaina. Again. ʻaina. Good job. Okay, let's do that one more time. But in the meantime, also, if you have any questions or if anything's unclear, ask in the chat box. So we'll do it one more time. So we have a couple extra minutes in case anybody needs some questions answered, something broken down. And ʻaina, look at your audience. Kaholo. Okay, good job. At Manu's workshop, he in the choreography he was teaching, there's a bird motion that's just basically like this, just really subtle. And he was talking about, he was like, we just do these little motions for birds. We don't need any like all dramatic birds or whatever he said. And I was like, oh yeah. Okay. Maybe I do. I don't know. Whatever. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know if you have questions, but we will add on the ending next week, and we'll also practice it with the other verses, kind of string it all together. And then we will be spending another week like practicing it, drilling it, cleaning it up, those kinds of things. Mahalo to you all. So yes, just a quick recap. For anybody who came a little bit late, we're going to Vimeo next week, starting with the Monday class. So let me know if you have any issues with that. I'm hoping it's going to be pretty straightforward, but I know that we might have to work out like the technical issues. So I will post the link and the info in our group. So hopefully it won't be difficult to find, but just make sure you check the group for that. And then I'm also trying to work out how a chat thing will work for that, because I don't think it has a chat thing yet, but I really love our chats. I love our talks. They're my favorite thing. So I want to make sure we can still all talk to each other during class, and you all can ask questions. And I just get so much from us all interacting together during class. I want to make sure we preserve that. So yes, I will see you online. If you're doing our Duolingo challenge, we're on day 2, September 2nd. So I hope that you are excited about the month, and I'm going to be posting some things we can all reply on and practice our Olelo Hawaii. If not, you still have time to jump on in. Why not? I posted the link in the group so you can join up there if you want to. It's really fun. And yeah, you're doing Duo. Oh, Barbara, get in our group. Get in our group. I'll tag you in the post if you want to join up into that group. It's just a fun little September challenge for us all to practice a little bit together and stuff. It's like no obligation, no stress. We're all just, practicing together and stuff like that. All right. I guess that's everything. I'll talk to y'all soon. Have a wonderful weekend. Please take good care of yourselves. Please stay healthy. Do what you need to do. Please follow your health recommendations. Show your community your aloha by trying to help keep others safe. And yeah, just treat each other right. Thank you so much for another great class, another great week. I'll see y'all next week or on Facebook. And yes, lots of hugs to you all. All right, aloha, ahui ho.